Hi, Kupo, and welcome to The Test. This is a game that has been showing up on my Steam for quite a while now, and I've been wanting to play something, so I gave in and thought I would give it a shot. So let's just dive into this. I don't really know much of... Aw, that's adorable. Why is it in the center like that? Now, in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience. You will be asked a series of questions and you must answer them honestly. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer them with truth, even if that's hard to face. Okay, I could do that. We all want to be good people. We rarely want to admit our faults, grievances, and mistakes. I would say that I'm someone that owns up to their mistakes that I could think of. I mean, it's like, one, it's lying, and two, like, what good is it to, like, just, what's wrong with just being, yeah, I was wrong, like, I did it or didn't do it, but you must decide what you truly want. What do you want this to work properly? Do you want the truth about yourself, your destiny in this world, or would you rather live a lie just to hide from yourself? No, the process is very simple in theory. Just answer a long series of questions. Did I need to study for this? What's difficult is self-analyzing your own psyche to evaluate the truths in your own mind and life so that you can predict your future. I don't want to predict my future. I don't want to know anything about my future. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. I hope that is not the case because I'm not into fortune telling. I don't like messing with that stuff. This will tell you things you already know, but don't necessarily know that you know. Oh, I know. As long as the answers you provide to the question asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have natural access to. That's another thing. There's that thing going around that we don't use 100% of our mind. And I mean, I think we do, considering that it is, our brain is been given to us and we have a mind. Why would we only be limited to half or whatever amount? This isn't psychic, okay? This isn't a personality test, okay? This is simple nature. This is you, me. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. This is the human brain at work unlocking hidden truths within itself. Okay. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on the circumstances, which is actually the case in lots of different questions. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no, as you see fit. You may not understand nor realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to the answer your questions the way it needs to be answered, which I could see that, whether it being from past experiences or just the imagination of every individual. I invite you to grab a drink of water, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. Well, it's too late for that. We are about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you're a willing participant, we will be unlocking some substantial information today. Here we go. Well, I'm sure that the viewer, are going to learn a lot about me today. Would you be all right with living alone forever? Okay, so you're starting off with that. I would like to think so, but, like, would I be all right with it? I mean, probably not. I think I could be alone for a certain amount of time, but then there's that part of me that just wants to be around somebody that I know. But, like, living alone forever? I mean, probably not. I'm gonna say no. Do you like the color blue more than the color black? I would probably say no. Blue's a nice color, but I mean, like, I'm literally wearing all black now. Do I like the color blue more than black? No. If you found money on the street and knew who it belonged to, would you give it back to them? Of course. I've done that plenty of times. Are you sure you want the answers you seek? I'm not here for answers. I'm just here to play a game that I saw. Are you sure you want the answers you seek? Wait, is this... I don't want the answer. I'm not seeking anything. No. Are you afraid of spiders? No. No, I am not. If they're coming... It's okay, here's a circumstance. A spider on my desk crawling around. No, I want to kind of pick it up and put it somewhere safe. A spider, I'm playing a game and I see a spider on my shoulder and it scares me. You know, that I become scared of because there's a spider on me. That's different, but typically I'm going to say no, I'm not afraid of spiders. If you knew you would emerge unscathed, would you jump into molten lava? Yes. I mean, if I'm unscathed, like, why not jump into a volcano if I'm gonna come out like perfectly unharmed? I would definitely want an audience there. Would you consider yourself fat? No. I would consider myself to be out of shape, but I would not call myself fat. Would you say that you have lots of charisma? I mean, yeah, I would say so when I want to use it. No, yes, I do. I would consider that. I don't want spit on my eyebrows. Have you ever wished you could be temporarily frozen? No, because I'm looking back and there could have been a lot of things in my life that I could have avoided, but I mean, those experiences, I mean, that's what they are. They're experiences, right? Like, I wouldn't want to miss that, good or bad. I'm going to say no. This is all very interesting, is it? Did you realize that the last letter of the previous 5 questions, when you spelt the name Satan? No. No. Why would I think of that being a thing when I read a thing? No, I didn't realize that. Does that make you uncomfortable? I think it's odd. I didn't go like, but it didn't make me feel uncomfortable. I just thought, like, why would I think to put that together? Are you good at finding hidden puzzles and clues? If I'm playing a puzzle game, I'm gonna look for puzzles. I mean, well, like in RE Village, it took me an hour to figure out, and then I'm gonna say no. Are you now wondering what other hidden messages are placed within these questions? It didn't come to mind. Like, once you said that, I thought we were done. No, I wasn't. That didn't even come to mind. Have you been entirely honest with your answers thus far? Yes, I have. I have no reason to lie. Are you afraid of the consequences for answering questions dishonestly? I mean, what could happen if I were to be dishonest? Like, really, is something gonna come out of the screen or whatever? No. Were you aware that there could be potential consequences for answering dishonestly? I mean, well, now I am. Like, that question could have been done and moved on, but now you're pressing the matter, which is putting it in my brain that there could be consequences. Were you aware that there could be potential? No, I wasn't aware, if that's what you're asking. Are you wondering how these questions began to take a strange turn? Yeah, kinda. Would you consider yourself captivated? Yeah, I would, actually. Why is that interesting? Are you sensing doubt in that answer? Would you consider yourself to be brave? Okay, but like brave, though. Like brave as in like run into a blazing fire, or like brave like walking through my apartment or walking into like a dark basement brave? Because the second one, I would think I would call myself brave, considering that like if I'm walking through my apartment in the dark and I'm alone, I could do that. You know what? I would, just because like I'm really interested in like pushing, I don't know what you would call it, but like I've jumped off of the stratosphere in Vegas. I kind of like the thrill of that, and kind of being in that situation kind of like is thrilling. So I would, if you consider that brave, then yes. Do you view yourself as someone with above average intelligence? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I know, but would I consider myself an intelligent person? I think I would. Honestly, I'm not dumb. Have you been looking for hidden messages in these questions? No, I forgot that you've put hidden messages in these questions. Are you wondering which hidden messages you may have missed? No, I'm not. Have you begun to wonder how long this test will take or how many questions exist in this session? I mean, you said long. I mean, didn't really put a number or even wondered because I kind of sat here to play something. So no, I don't know. Would you consider yourself to be a patient person? Not by choice. I feel like there's lots of times where I'm really impatient and I kind of like feel it. But I feel like throughout my life, I've had like really no choice but to be patient. But even in that time in my life, I feel like I felt really impatient and wanting something to happen or something to change. Overall, patient. I would say, I'd say overall, I would say yes, I do believe. And I even think some people would even say that as well. Do most humans annoy you? Oh, lots of people annoy me. But if you're saying most as in like the majority of humans out in the world, I wouldn't say that, because there's a lot of people that like I have talked to strangers that I've never seen ever, or I know I will never ever see again, who are fine people. But no, I would say most people don't annoy me. Do you prefer animals to people? I love animals, but I don't think I would prefer to have an animal with me than a person. I think I think it's the human connection that I prefer over a connection I would have with an animal. Do you believe in magic? Real magic, which I'm assuming that's what you mean. No. Do you believe in God or the existence of some form of higher power? Yes, I do. Do you fear death? The funny thing is that I don't. No, I don't, actually. Are you attracted to someone whom you're not currently in a relationship to? No, I am not. Did you answer that last question with 100% honesty? Yes, I did. Are you alone? Yeah, I am. Why do you ask? Can I ask you questions? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. I mean, I'm not alone in this apartment complex, but in my apartment, yes, I'm alone. If I told you with utmost certainty that there's something watching you, would you believe me? No. Considering that, like, it's kind of funny that you say that, because I am recording a video and I would hope that and just think that somebody is watching, but I know that at this moment you are saying that if you were to tell me that someone was watching me at this moment, would I believe you? I would have to say no, I would not believe you. Have you wondered who I am? No. And I don't think you're going to tell me. Have you had shivers at any point during this session? I'm going to say no, I haven't. Do you feel like you're being watched? No, I don't, which is usually the case when I play games, which is why there's lots of times where I look behind me, because there's lots of times I do feel like I'm being watched. But at this moment, no. Have you considered quitting this session early? No. Why would I? Do you drink water every day? I do. I try. What was it? No, I drink water every day. Yes, I do drink water every day. Do you eat at least once per day? Oh, I eat more than that. Yeah. Do you realize that you've missed 7? What were they? No, 7. Like how? What does that even mean? Hidden messages. Did I have to look at every last letter or every other letter? I don't know. No, I don't. Do you realize that you just missed another? No, I didn't. No, I did not. No. Are you wondering what they were? Yeah. Those were my exact words. Would it bother you to never know without finding them yourself? No, it wouldn't actually, because by the time I've done playing this, I'm gonna forget about it until I start editing and such. Is your favorite number 7? How did you know that? Yes, it is. And I don't know why that is. Like, I don't know when it became or how it became my favorite number, but it is. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. Do you agree? Yes. How would someone disagree to that? Because that's, yeah, we are currently living, and we stop doing it when we die. Oranges cannot be compared to apples. Do you agree? Yes, they're fruit. I just compared them. That's one thing. They don't taste the same, but you can't compare the taste to it, can you? I don't know. Someone probably could, but I just compared it. They're both fruit. They're both round-ish. So, yeah, you cannot. No, I disagree with that. Venus is sometimes referred to as the morning star. Did you know that? No. I don't know a lot about our planets. Everyone deserves a second chance. Do you agree? Yes. I mean, because I'm thinking of myself on how, like, there's lots of times where I've screwed up, either whether it was my fault or not, but there's times where I would want a second chance at something. I mean, why would I think that, like, I am better than someone else, that, like, I deserve a second chance, but you don't? Yes, I do. You can do anything you put your mind to. Do you agree? Yes, I'm an example of it right now. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I did. I wanted to learn how to play an instrument, so I did. I mean, like, you really can put your mind to anything, and it's worth trying. You will never know the outcome or of anything if you don't try. Obedience is more important than freedom. No. Underwater adventures sound like a fun time. No, they don't. The thought of, like, the ocean fascinates me and terrifies me at the same time, because there's so much we don't know about our own ocean that, like, we know more about space than our ocean, and the ocean is on Earth. There's lots of terrifying things in the water. I would not want to go on an underwater adventure. I'm going to disagree. Do you realize that the first letters of the previous 8 questions spelled the phrase "I love you"? No, I didn't. No, but thank you. No, I did not. Do you wish to be loved? Do I wish to be loved? Do I wish to be loved? Well, besides the fact that I know that I'm loved, but, like, do I I feel like there's a part of everyone, whether you've done bad things or good things, or you feel like you did, I don't know. I feel like there's something inside of every human that wants to be loved. That there's something in our brain that we need some sort of love to even be alive. Yes, I do wish to be loved. Do you have any addictions? Like, addictions? I mean, like, okay, so, like, I'm addicted to, like, soda. I mean, that's a thing, but, like, because there are times where I feel like if I don't go a day without a soda, my head hurts and stuff like that. But, like, serious addictions, I'm gonna say no. I mean, thinking at the top of my head, I wouldn't say that I've put physical things or desires that I've had that I felt were more important to the people in my life. So do I have any addictions? I think I'm picking teeth out here. I'm going to say yes, I do. Do you dislike the color pink? No, I've actually been wearing the color pink a lot more often. Does the color gray seem depressing? No, it does not. Do you enjoy loud music? Oh, I love loud music. That's how I love listening to music. I don't know if you've guys done it or had to do it that way, but I mean, I do feel like part of my hearing has gone away, just because when I was very little, I would always have my CD player listening to Korn or Slipknot or just loud music in general, have it all full blast in my developing child ears all the way up until, like, high school, blaring music, whether in my ears or in the speaker. That's just how I like feeling. Like, you could get into music and listen to it, but feeling the music, I think that's a whole experience within itself. Do you like to dance? No, but if you know me, I do dance randomly. But if I were to go to a dance or go somewhere that has dancing, I would really prefer not to dance. But do I like to dance? I mean, I'm gonna say no, even though I do it on a daily basis. That's just how weird I am. Would you consider yourself normal? That's funny that you say that. No, I just said that I'm weird. And there's a saying actually that I made up in high school, or I don't know when I made it up, but it's always stuck with me because I think that I'm just like a genius or whatever. But if you're weird, that's just normal. But if you're normal, well, that's just weird. I don't know why I like that so much, but no, I would not consider myself normal. Not even close. Do you love your parents? I love my parents very much. Have you ever been lied to? I would think everyone has been lied to. Yes, I have been lied to. Do you get angry often? Unfortunately, I'm going to admit, yes, I do. I have actually been more angry recently than I have been probably in my whole life. I mean, for the most part, I would say I'm very laid back, but man, like recently, I don't know why, but I became very quick to anger, and that's something I know that I really need to work on. But for the most part, I mean, if you were to bump into me in the street, I'd be more than happy to like have conversations with you. But I don't know, there's something that's just, if something does not go how it's supposed to or whatever, there's something that just I become angry with myself mainly. I usually don't see myself taking anger out on things around me. Unfortunately, I would say yes, I do. Do you hold grudges? No, it's not good. That's not good for your well-being or for your health, honestly, to hold grudges. Honestly, not to say that I haven't before, but just that it is better. Oh, have you ever forgiven someone? It is better to forgive, and forgive. Whether if you have a grudge towards somebody, forgive does not mean that you need to be their best friend. You could come to terms with yourself or with anything and just say, I have forgiven you. I'm gonna move on, and that's that. You don't have to become best friends. You could just the forgiveness. It's good to forgive. I'm going to say that. It is easier said than done. I can understand that. But I would say it's not good for your heart. It adds weight. You could feel it in your heart. That's what I think. And this forgiveness just takes that load off. Have you ever forgiven someone? Yes, I have. Have you ever lied? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Do you think flowers are more beautiful than trees? No. Actually, there's lots of beautiful trees, but would I say that flowers are more beautiful? No, I wouldn't say that. Have you ever wanted to be an animal instead of a person? I thought it would be cool to transform into an animal, but be able to like transform back, like the Animorphs. Is that what they're called? I haven't thought about the Animorphs in so long, but no, I would rather much be a person. Have you ever wanted to be? Okay, no, I haven't. Do you believe you have psychic powers? No, I don't. Have you ever seen a ghost? Oh, why did the music make music chill? I don't know if I want to say I believe in ghosts, because I have, and what me and my family believe is we have lived in a haunted house before. I think I was like 3 or 4, but I have many memories in that house. We only lived there for 3 weeks and we got out. But I do have many memories of me seeing something that shouldn't have been there, or I know wasn't somebody. But have you ever? I'm going to say no. Do you dream often? Actually, I don't, which is very unfortunate. I would say I have dreamless nights more often than I dream. Do you have nightmares often? I'm gonna have to say no. And when I do, it's mainly just dreams. I wouldn't say I'd have nightmares. Do you suffer from anxiety attacks? I would say that I do have anxiety, but no, I wouldn't say that I suffer from any anxiety attacks. Do you suffer from depression? Unfortunately, yes, I do. Currently. Do you exercise often and stay active? No. Thanks, game, for reminding me. No, I don't. No. Do you consider yourself emotionally wounded? What does that even mean? Emotionally wounded? No. Do I? I mean, this is what it's just a game, right? But I don't understand the question. What would you consider yourself emotionally wounded? I kind of don't fully understand, but just looking at the words, I'm going to say no. Have you ever felt betrayed? Yes, I have. Do you ever feel lost in life? Yes, I do. Wait, I put no. That's not true. I don't know how. I don't know. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say it. I do feel or have felt lost. Do you ever consider yourself a natural leader? No, I don't. However, there's been jobs that I've had that I've been supervisors or leaders. I've been put into a leader position. I feel like being put into that position makes me kind of want to step up to the plate. So I'm going to say no, I don't consider myself a natural leader. If you could push a button and destroy the world, would you press it? No. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? Yes, I do. Spider-Man. Honestly, if I dream myself as being a hero, it's usually Spider-Man. Have you ever been bullied? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Have you ever bullied somebody? Because like that's a weird thing to say, actually a weird question to ask, because I know when it said have I ever been bullied, I knew exactly, like my brain, I clicked to that memory that I have or just the experiences. But seeing the question if I've ever bullied somebody, that's kind of a weird question, because I've picked on my brothers or like I picked on like my friends, but I have never bullied somebody. Have you ever bullied someone else? No. Would you consider yourself to be a dreamer? Yes, I would. I am doing it right now. Do you sometimes hurt people's feelings unintentionally? Yes, I do. Do you find space fascinating? I love the idea of space. Space just fascinates me. Space is beautiful, and I would want nothing more than to one day go to space. However, I don't feel like I will in this lifetime, even though like space travel or whatever space, I don't know. It's like people for Jeff Bezos who have all the money in the world to be able to go to space. I don't think I'm living in a time to where someone like me or like a civilian, I guess you want to say, could go visit space. But yes, space is very fascinating. Would you consider yourself to be an artist? An artist as in like actually draw or paint? No, I'm terrible at art. But I guess in a way, I mean, not everyone could make videos, I guess you want to say that, and like edit them. I mean, I wouldn't call my videos like art, but it is an art form, I would say. Or even like, I was a musician at one point. I was in a band and I wrote music and recorded and performed before. So I mean, I'm gonna say yes. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? No, I don't. I'm gonna say that no, I would not consider myself a good friend at all. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? Very flawed. Do you believe in perfection? No one is perfect. We are imperfect beings and incapable of creating perfection. Have you ever stolen from somebody? Yes, I have. Would you ever kill someone under any circumstances? Yes. Don't even have to. Any circumstances. Yes, I feel like I could. If you had one day to live, would you tell anyone? I want to say no. That I had one more day to live. Because see, tomorrow, I'm thinking of tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'm going to meet my wife and seeing her again, and I could not say that that would be my last day. I wouldn't be able to tell nobody, to have that on their mind and have them worry and have them think that that's it. I would not want to put that on anybody, it's my problem if I were to die. That would be my problem and no one else's. I mean, the people would have to, like my family would have to be the ones to deal with it. I mean, I don't know if that's the right words I'm putting together, but no. I would not want the last thing is for them to worry about me. No, I would not tell anybody. Have you ever told your darkest secrets to somebody? Yes, I have. Do you trust me even though you know nothing about me? No, you are a game. You are a game. There is nothing to trust. I have never in my life described a game as like, I trust this game. No. Do you know who I am? You are a game, video game, NPC. If I appeared behind you right now, would you scream? I would, because I'm supposed to be alone. If anybody was behind me, I would flip. Yes, I would. If I told you that I've been behind you this entire time, would that scare you? Yes, it would. But thankfully, I can see behind me. I can see with my eyes. Would you consider yourself to be empathetic? Yes, I do, actually. I mean, I feel for lots of things and lots of people. I think that, like, I wouldn't want to do to someone what I wouldn't want to be done to me. And if something is, like, if someone is wronged, I can't help but to feel for them. You know what I mean? Because, like, if something awful were to happen, I can't imagine how I would feel, and that I would want someone to be like, hey man, like, I am sorry, you know, because like I want to be that person. It's because I would want someone to do that for me. Would you consider yourself to be romantic? No, unfortunately, no. Have you ever been in a physical fight? Okay, so a fight would imply that punches were exchanged. And if that's the case, then no. I have never been in a fight. No. And I'm not saying that, like, I, like, physically harm somebody. It was actually quite the opposite, to where I have actually been attacked. Are you prone to headaches and migraines? Yes, I am. Hello? Games? Hello? Do you look at the ground when you walk? I do most of the time, just because of, I mean, like, I was recently injured. I'm sure now that I've said it out loud, you had kind of put two and two together. Due to me being injured and still recovering, it actually kind of feels better to look down at the ground, even though I know that is not good for my posture. Are you attracted to the opposite sex? Very. Would you ever shave your head? I have done that before, but I would never do that again. So I guess I would say yes, since I've done it before. Are you attracted to muscular bodies? No. Do you ever dance when no one is looking? Yes. Do you trust your best friend entirely? I'm going to say yes. Do you remember your childhood extremely well? I do, actually. Yes, I do. Would you rob a bank if you could get away with it? No. No, I've had no desire to rob a bank, and even if I could get away with it, no, I don't think I would. Do you ever dream about running from a killer? Yeah, recently I did. Do you ever dream about falling off a cliff? Yeah, recently I did. Do you ever dream about being naked in public? Yeah, recently I did. I'm not even lying. Yeah. Do you enjoy scary movies or books? I love scary movies and books. Do you enjoy comedic television shows or movies? I mean, I enjoy them, but like there's other genres of show or movies that I would prefer, but yeah, I enjoy them. Do you like being the center of attention? I mean, I guess, I assume. I'm going to say yes. I mean, I'm just creating up stories to where, like, I don't go searching or finding reasons for me to be the center of attention. I do feel like I'm a performer, or meant to be some sort of performer, to where, and I want to be, I don't know, just want to be seen, I guess, which is, I guess, another reason why I'm here on YouTube making videos. Do you feel like something is always watching you? Interesting timing on that music. Always? No, but there's lots of times where I do, like going back to where like I'm recording, there's lots of times where I feel like someone is actually behind me, but always? No. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to go to space? Yes, I dream of it. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? I'm gonna say yes. And just to share a moment in my life, there's one, I don't know how old I was. I don't know if I was in first grade or kindergarten, but there was some, and I know it happened. I can confirm it because my mom has brought it up, not recently, but I know she knows this happening, is that first grade or kindergarten, there's this girl that really liked me, and it was during recess, and she took me behind a tree and she kissed me. And when I look back at that moment, I am not seeing it. Like, I'm not me. I'm seeing it from outside my body. It's weird that that's how I remember that moment. But yes, I'm gonna say yes. Have you ever punched? No, but no, no, no. I haven't say I have. No. Do you like dogs better than cats? Okay, yeah. Let's just go back to our regular scheduled program. Do I like dogs better than cats? No. I love dogs. I love cats. But would I say that I like dogs better than cats? You know what? I'm gonna say yeah. I like saying it out loud. Do you prefer to read more than you prefer to watch movies? No, I prefer to watch movies over reading. Are you still wondering why I asked you if you've ever punched in? No, because this is just a game asking questions. And I mean, I guess there needs to be some sort of comedic relief, I guess. Why not throw in a punching a nun question? I'm gonna say yeah. Do you get starstruck easily? I'm gonna say no. There's lots of famous people that I've seen or have met, but there's only been a handful of times to where I didn't know what to say. Do you hate going to big parties and social? Yes. I put no, but I meant yes. Is your favorite part of your birthday receiving presents? No, it is not. Seriously though, have you ever punched a nun? Like, really, just bam, right in the face. Nun punch. No, I have not. Did you laugh? I sure did. Did you say what the F in your head or even out loud? No, I did not. Are you now eager to somehow get the opportunity to punch a nun? Yes. Yes. I just want to punch a nun right in the kisser. If there's a hell, do you think you're going to it? Okay, so I'm not going to get into it too much just because I don't want it to feel like I'm forcing or kind of putting what I believe out there. I mean, like, if anyone were to come and ask me, I'd be more than happy to share what I believe. But I do think that this isn't the time to. But I believe that there is a hell, and considering that the things that I believe, I would say no. Do you enjoy fantasy fiction games? I love fantasy fiction games. Love them. Do you masturbate frequently? Okay. Okay. Since you brought it up, I have never done that. I have never done it. I've never had the urge. Nope. I have not. Just never wanted to. Never done it. Are you wondering what constitutes frequently? No. I don't have to. It's because it's never been done. I've never done it. Are you more than simply uncomfortable right now? No. Why would I be uncomfortable? Is your mouth dry? Not anymore. But yeah, it was. I forgot you told me to bring water, and I drank all my water before I even started playing. Does profanity make you uncomfortable? No. Do you believe in legendary beasts such as the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot? No, I do not. Are you poor with money management? I'm going to say no, even though... I'm going to say no, considering that when I had money, like in middle school... My grandma would give me money for lunch, and naturally, I would save it, not use it for lunch, and I would, when I had the exact amount of money I had for a CD, I would always buy it. I got my first jobs, which, believe it or not, back then, minimum wage I got paid was $8. And when I got that paycheck, comics, movies. But I feel, I don't know if it was just me maturing or just me getting older or the experiences that I've had growing up, I've actually become very good with managing money. Do you enjoy solving math? No. Do you speak more than one language? No. My grandma and grandpa speaks fluent Spanish. They didn't pass it on. I'm currently trying to learn Japanese. No, I don't. Have you ever visited a country other than your own? Mexico? I've gone to Mexico. Do you enjoy coffee? I do enjoy coffee. But I'm not like... I mean, I like how it tastes. Yeah, I do enjoy coffee, yes. Do you believe in demons? Yes, I do. Do you believe in angels? Yes, I do. You can't really have one without the other. At least I believe. Are you afraid of sharks? See, okay, circumstances, right? If I saw a shark in a tank in an aquarium, I'd be like, wow, that's an awesome shark. Swimming in the open ocean with a shark? Very afraid. Am I afraid of sharks? No. Do you prefer baths over showers? No. I have not taken a bath in I don't know how many years. Does the smell of perfume or cologne give you a headache? It depends. There's some people that just bathe in cologne. But no, typically, no. Did you see that shadow move in your room a few moments ago? Do you ever hear your name being called even when you know no one is calling it? Yes. But the thing is, I hear my name being called and I go because I truly believe someone just called my name, which is why I get up off my chair and go see. Hey, yeah, and it turns out no one called me. Yes, do you ever hear your name being called when you... Yes. Do things in your home often go missing and then reappear later? There are some things that have not reappeared in my apartment. There's still things that have not reappeared. But yes, I'd say for the most part. Do you ever hear footsteps around you when you're alone? Stop. I hear that and feel it more than I should. Which is another reason why if you watch my playthroughs or videos, I usually look back because I feel myself move. And I don't know if it's because I do live in an apartment and I know that there's people that live below me and around me, which could possibly lead to me feeling some sort of movement. But I don't know. There's lots of times where I do feel someone take a step right behind me. Do you ever hear random knocking noises around you? I do, but like I said, that could be explained because people live around me. Do you often look at the same time of the clock every day? Yes. When I feel like time is just taking forever. Have you ever felt your feet being grabbed at night while sleeping? No, I haven't. I better sleep good tonight. Do you have any pets? No. I've never had a pet in my life. And I want one. No, I haven't had any pets. Is your favorite color green? Nope. If that's one thing, if I guess I could throw it out there, I actually don't have a favorite color. I don't have, like, today, like, I changed this to blue just because it was pink for a while, and I'm like, I'm feeling pretty blue today. Are you attracted to a family? What? No. If you won the lottery, would you share the money with anyone? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I would. Definitely. Yes. Make sure to put yes. If you could be the dictator of your own country, would you accept the role? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I would run that country into the ground, but I would accept that in a heartbeat. Do you ever wonder what it would be like to be in prison? No. Do you like fishing? No. Do you like hunting? No. Do you like camping? No. Do you like guns? Do I like guns? I mean, I've shot guns. Like, went to the shooting range, and they're cool. Do I own one? No. Would I say that I like them? I would assume that would indicate that me liking them, like I like video games, I like movies and comics and stuff like that, or like nerdy things, and me liking them, I look them up or look up news or stuff like that. But guns, I'm gonna say no. Are you getting tired of answering questions? No, I've actually lost track of time. Would you consider yourself to be kinky? I mean, yeah, I would. Eyes are the window to the soul. Do you agree? I assume so. Yeah. Do you always keep your promises? No, I don't. Would you ever completely trust someone who's lied to you? Okay. I mean, like, lied. Like, if someone told me that we're going to Wendy's and then we go to Taco Bell instead, they lied to me, but would that be a lie to where I don't trust you anymore? But, like, you know what? Like, looking back, because, I mean, I think I would. It would have to be big. I mean, like, now I'm nitpicking. Would you ever completely trust someone who's lied to you? Yes, I would. I feel like I would. Are you an only child? No, I am not. Do you ever enjoy being drunk? No. I prefer to remember my experiences. Do you like tattoos? I do. I do like tattoos. Not only do I have them, but I do find tattoos attractive. Do you enjoy being high in any form? No. Do you believe you have a soul? That's an interesting thing. I mean, I'm going to say yes, but now thinking about it, it is weird because we are human beings. And I thought randomly to myself, I'm just like, isn't it weird how we are skeletons? And we have a brain and a heart. And my heart is beating, my brain is working, and I'm alive. That's weird. Did you cry this week? Not this week. Are you upset with someone right now? No. Is there someone you're not being completely honest with daily? No. Do you understand how this works yet? What? This game? No. If you answered the question twice, your truths may change. It's not just that about answering the questions, it's about the time you spend answering them. The combination you answer them in, it's about many different variables you'd never guess. Do you understand? Interesting. So whatever happens is also, it takes into account how long I sat on that question for. That's interesting. Yeah, I understand. Are you wondering if the end of the test is coming soon based on the previous question you just answered? I am wondering. It sounds like these are end game questions. If I were to tell you that this entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention, would you believe that? No. No, I wouldn't. Just because I know that this is a game. It was created to be like this and for people to play it. And I'm not going to take whatever, I don't know what is to come of the end of this, but I am aware that this is a game. This person did not create this for me, and that everyone else who has played this or is going to play this has either had a different outcome, which is likely. It's also very likely that someone has the same outcome as me. It's not unique to me. I don't believe that. Are you afraid of being abandoned? Abandoned? Am I afraid of being abandoned? I mean, that hasn't came to mind. But am I afraid of being abandoned? I'm going to say no. Or else I would think that I would have thought about that if I was afraid. Are you afraid of dying alone? I mean, no. I mean, we all die alone, really. But I'm not just like, oh, I hope I die with, like, people around me. Do you worry that one day you'll be unexpectedly murdered? Do I worry that? Do I worry about that one day? It's came to mind. I mean, how I am going to die. If it's going to be by someone else's hand or naturally. Do you ever wonder? Yes, I have wondered. Are you always on guard waiting to fend off an attack? No. Do you feel like I know you yet? No. I should have put yes just because I've opened up a lot, but no. No, actually no. There's a lot to, just based on these questions, you can't really know me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you here are watching me and hearing me open up about things to where, in a way, I would imagine someone I know you've formed your opinion about me or have criticized me or judged me in some sort of way. I do think it takes a little bit to actually know somebody. Have you ever had any strange noises while answering these questions? No, they were all in game, as far as I know. I think we have enough information about you, whether you skip questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understanding properly. I've been able to tell. I'm calculating your results. I'm analyzing you very carefully. I'm judging you hard. Based on what you've told me, this is what I can conclude. Okay? You've got to start taking life a bit more seriously. I hate to start this off so glumly, but you need a swift kick in the butt. I'm just being real and honest with you right now. You've got so much potential and you're not taking advantage of it. Interesting. You can blame others around you. You can blame your circumstance. You can blame yourself, but no matter what, none of that matters at this point. You need to get going, and you need to get the ball rolling. Do you even realize that you could be a major star? Do you even realize just how incredibly talented you are? You don't, do you? You don't even understand how much potential you hold within. You need to pull your head out of your butt and get your stuff together, because the world needs you more than you could even imagine. You're going to do amazing things in your life, but only if you decide to. I know this wasn't what you were expecting, and maybe it isn't even what you wanted to hear, but enough time has been squandered. Interesting. Seriously, you are an impressive specimen. You could do incredible things, and not just one or two. You can do a lot of amazing stuff if you really put your mind to it. It's absolutely imperative, however, that you stop looking for reasons not to get things done, and you turn your brain off for a while. Stop thinking, just do it. Stop dreaming, just act. Get started immediately. Stop taking breaks. Stop procrastinating, because there's the biggest truth. Your time is ticking away. You can still be a major success, but your chances are further limited as the sand of the hourglass falls. Get going. Your secret word is chaos? What does that mean? This will come in handy. For what? Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session and leave it in the comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your comments. If you do not wish to be a part of our upcoming project, simply leave your secret word out of the comments, and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave, and we always read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions, and I know they've been some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will all make sense very soon. Trust me on that. That's very interesting, but I know, like I said before, I didn't know what to really expect, but this is a game, right? This is a game, and I'm sorry if I apologize if I offend anybody. This is why I don't buy into like horoscopes or stuff like that, just because there's something that can be said that in your brain you can relate to in experiences, because we all have hard times, we all have happy times, we all have the same emotions, and whether it's something that is said to us we can relate to and just say, yes, that is for me. And it is odd, because I will admit it is very interesting that it came to that conclusion, considering that, like, this is actually one of, I mean, I haven't recorded a video or done anything in a while, just because of, I did take a break that was unintentional, just things were happening. And I mean, I don't know, just because there was a question that said, are you a dreamer? And I would say, yes, I have had dreams of becoming a musician and being professional in a band. I guess I have pursued that, and I got pretty close, and didn't work out. And now this is kind of what I'm working on now, is YouTube. And as much as I would love to make this a living, that is not the reason why I started doing this. And it is interesting, just because I know that this isn't specifically for me. You could take this test and you could get the same exact result, even if it's not 100% exactly how I would answer it. But I just can't help but find it interesting. I'm gonna say it is close, considering, like I said, other things, that there's lots of ideas that I have that I would love to do, that I've had for a long time, and I haven't done it. And I've always said that I'm going to. Maybe I just need to, maybe if that's one thing I'm going to take from this, is that maybe those ideas I have are good ones. But I don't know. It is very interesting, and I would be lying if I said that I have actually not heard that before. I've actually heard that throughout my life, and I just hope for the best. I appreciate you being here and being part, and I appreciate how far I've became in such the short time, and I'm just very interesting experience. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Very interesting. I was not expecting that, or to get into the stuff that I got into, but hopefully you enjoyed it, and maybe you think of me different. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you feel like you know me a little better, but I don't know. That was quite of an experience. I'll leave it at that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. KupoCola signing off.